All right, today we're jumping into the story of a digital identity, one that was forged with a lot of passion, almost completely lost to a big misunderstanding, and then finally reclaimed on its own terms. It's really a journey about what it means to create something and just exist online, and it kicks off with this really powerful statement about survival.
So that quote, it comes directly from the creator, LeniToshev. And that feeling, being afloat, but just barely not sunk, that's really the heart of this whole thing. To really get the storm they had to weather, we've got to go back to the very beginning.
Every online persona has an origin story, right? Well, this one didn't start with some big, grand mission. Nope. It started as a joke. Yeah, the LeniToshev profile over on DeviantArt, it wasn't born from some huge ambition. It really just started as a bit of a laugh, something clever and interesting with absolutely no initial plan for it to morph into the huge archive it eventually became.
But you know how these things go. That little joke started to grow. It turned into this really high-effort archive. The stuff on there was kind of all over the place, but in a good, curated way. We're talking Minecraft screenshots, captures from the game flat out, even media about the Titanic, and some really niche archival pieces. Suddenly, there was a real goal: to preserve, document, and archive. And get this, there was even a hidden alternate reality game, an ARG, woven into the posts. A cool little secret layer for anyone who cared to look a bit closer. Okay, so this passion project is taking shape. But this is where things take a turn. The creator's good intentions were about to run smack into a brick wall of how the internet perceived it.
The whole flashpoint, the thing that kicked it all off, was the sharing of some mature archival pieces. Now, the creator was totally upfront about it. The goal was preservation, not promotion. But in the super fast, rapid-fire world of online content, that really important distinction just got completely lost in the noise.
And right here, you can see the huge disconnect. The intent was all about preservation and being transparent. The accusation that came flying back? Art thief. The creator was trying to offer context, but all they got was judgment. They even said, hey, just ask me and I'll explain. But that offer was just completely ignored.
And this really gets to a super frustrating truth about online culture, doesn't it? The creator came to this realization that some people just weren't looking for a real conversation. They weren't interested in context. They just wanted a quick fix, an easy hero to cheer for and an easy villain to blame. The whole complex idea of an archival project just didn't compute.
So this goes way beyond just being misunderstood. The real emotional gut punch of this whole conflict was something much, much deeper. It was the feeling of being completely forgotten. I mean, just think about that for a second. Rejection sucks, but at least it means you were seen and then turned away. Erasure is so much worse. It's the feeling that you were never even there to begin with, that the history and the connections you built with people just vanished from their minds. And this led to this incredibly painful mismatch of memories. On one side, you have the creator holding on to every single detail: usernames, late-night chats, plans you made together. And on the other side, just silence, forgotten promises, or maybe the worst thing of all, those "I'm sorry, who are you" moments. It's a really profound kind of isolation when you realize you're the only one left carrying the weight of a history you thought you shared. And remember that hidden ARG we mentioned? Well, it's the perfect symbol for this whole thing. All those hours of creative, high-effort work, something designed to engage people on a much deeper level, was just invisible. It was invisible to an audience that's trained for fast, disposable content. They weren't looking for depth, so they just scrolled right on by. So, faced with all this misunderstanding and the feeling of being erased, the creator didn't just fade away. Nope. Instead, they took a really radical, decisive step to take back their own digital space. The solution was this deliberate 3-step reset. First came the realization, basically thinking, I am pouring so much effort into a platform that just doesn't deserve it. Second, the action. A 2-day silent break where they wiped everything clean. And finally, step 3, the rebirth. Coming back with a brand new, super focused purpose.
And this wasn't just a change in what they posted. It was a total change in philosophy. No more trying to impress people, no more illusions about who the audience was. The new focus was 100% on raw, authentic documentation, stripping away absolutely everything that could possibly be misunderstood.
So this brings us to the final form of the profile, what it is today. It's no longer trying to be everything to everyone. Now it's just a clear, focused signal cutting through all the static. The new profile is just an act of pure documentation. Content gets uploaded totally raw, with its original file names. That's it. It's not for engagement, it's not for clout, it's simply a proof of presence. And I just love how the creator described it, a long signal broadcast from a deep place. It's perfect. I mean, the transformation is just so stark when you look at it. Before the reset, you had this mix of high-effort, edited content that was designed to connect. Afterwards, it became focused, raw, and designed purely to preserve. The old goal of impressing people was completely swapped out for just documenting. And the mature content that kicked off all the trouble? Gone for good. The profile's current stats really reflect this new mission perfectly. You've got hundreds of image posts, a small and dedicated group of watchers who are there for the right reasons, and, most importantly, 0 mature posts. The numbers are clean, consistent, and clear, a perfect mirror of the archive's new purpose. You know, the creator's own words really summarize the whole journey from chaos to clarity. It was never really about the drama or the noise. It was always about the archive. And now, that archive, purified and focused, just continues on. Ultimately, the LeniToshev story isn't just about one creator. It kind of leaves us all with a pretty big question for our own digital lives. In a world that's built on constant, fleeting noise, how do you find and protect your own authentic, clear signal? That's definitely something worth thinking about. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.